Imagine being completely isolated deep in the mountains of Colombia, surrounded by nothing but nature, silence, and ancient rituals of healing. Guided by a spiritual master from the Arhuaco people, we spent 3 weeks immersed in a culture that has existed for thousands of years, protecting wisdom passed down through generations. Wisdom the outside world rarely gets to see. But this time, the door was opened, and what we discovered challenged everything we thought we knew about healing, about life, and whether ancient knowledge still has a place in this modern world. By the way, we're Libby and Louis, a couple travelling the world, sharing our journey through travel documentaries and vlogs. Our channel is all about exploring human connection, cultural immersion, and the real stories that make this world so rich and diverse. We aim to share authentic experiences, local traditions, and unfiltered moments, all with intention. Untouched by modern life, as guardians of the earth, they preserve the balance between nature and the spiritual world. Their sacred home, the heart of the world, is where ancient wisdom is passed down by the mamos, spiritual leaders chosen at birth to protect sacred knowledge. During our stay, we are guided by one of these mamos. As part of their training, they spend their first 9 years of their life in a cave, connecting with the unseen world before being influenced by the physical one. The mother can visit, but most of their time is spent alone to deepen their spiritual connection. We're fortunate enough to learn from him, gaining insight into a way of life that has been preserved for centuries and may change the way we see the world.
We've just been picked up from the hotel and there's not enough seats in the car, so nature again, just over the moon. Feeling really, really emotional.
Yes?
Yeah. Around 2.
Bien, bien. Hola, ¿cómo estás?
No lo he visto.
Viejo, ¿y si se rellena con piedra?
Yo lo rellené, si no creo que no la lluvia.
Just got off at the final stop, so it's an hour walk now to where we're going. Oh, hola.
Hola.
That's literally like an 8-year-old kid.
Oh my god, he's
Carrying
so
that
strong.
sack of potatoes. Go on, lad. Yeah. Just come behind me here. You alright? Just walk wide with your legs. You look like you were pissed out your head.
I thought if I go backwards, my whole bag's wet. You know what I mean?
After our adventure through the jungle into the mountains, we finally came across what we'd call home for the next coming weeks. For the first time in our lives, we truly felt we had just walked into God's garden. This is what living in harmony with nature and all species looks like. Arhuacos believe in co-living alongside nature and animals, neither above nor below. In fact, the Arhuacos see it as our duty as humans to be the protectors of our planet, and allowing all animals to have free will to roam wherever they like and return for food as they please.
Louis bought this washing line and he's been absolutely dying to use it every single time.
Travel washing line.
One of his little autistic moments.
Are you proud of your little washing line?
Have you got a...
After hearing what was in store for us the next day, we went to sleep as quickly as we could. We settled into our wooden beds and hammocks until we spotted our first tarantula near camp, and Libby quickly chose the hammock. But honestly, out here, there's really no escaping them. We got ready, filling our bottles from a mountain spring, packing warm clothes and setting off into the dark. We followed the Mamo's son, our guide for the journey. Here, there are no clocks, no concept of time. They move by instinct, by rhythm, by the body. From as young as 6 years old, children in the Arhuaco community climb these mountains alone. It's part of their independence and they master it early. It really puts into perspective what we're capable of before the modern world begins to shape us. At the mountain's peak, the second stage of the ritual begins. In complete darkness, we found a space and sat, beginning a 3-hour meditation until sunrise. On this sacred land, we were told to expect things to surface, deep-rooted trauma, even ancestral memories rising in the silence.
I could hear you creeping up on me.
You were asleep, don't lie.
Excuse me, you just interrupted my zen space. Here is my zen space. Can you fucking believe
Don't
that?
roll down there. I didn't realise that them horses up there,
I'm not gonna...
when it was pitch black, so I thought something was coming.
Oh, so did I. I heard like a... You know, when it...
That's what
I went...
yeah.
And I felt where...
It sounded like it was close by.
When I'm literally on the edge of a cliff either side.
Oh, that was so special. But I believe the little Mamo is heading up the mountain.
Oh, he's gone.
He's gone, he's going to the peak.
He is the most inspiring little boy I think I've ever witnessed.
If you think about the full construct of how we look at humans and kids.
Yeah, like they're
Strip
not,
them of responsibility.
They're not capable,
Yeah.
but they really are. And I think that the Western world instills fear in little kids.
And in adults.
Instead
in
of
everyone.
I've felt an immense amount of fear this morning that I've had to release.
Yeah, you did well though, 'cause it was pitch. Do you know what? When it got light and then I actually looked, I was like, shit, like, that actually is pretty steep, isn't it? Granny with Granny McPhee.
Everybody's overtook me because I'm going so slow.
Granny McPhee with
Wow.
walking stick. The bone of the last fallen human here. Hola, buenos días. ¿Cómo estás? Yeah, bien.
Okay.
The Arhuaco people teach that everything carries a spirit, including water. The Mamo told us we cannot eat before cleansing in the river, so first we pause, sit in silence and ask for permission to enter. Only then do we step into the water. For them, the river is alive, a reflection of human emotion, always flowing and evolving. This daily cleansing is not just physical, but spiritual and emotional, a way to release what we carry and return to balance. We were also asked not to use anything unnatural, no soaps or products, so we cleanse with only the river itself. This ritual is a way of staying connected to yourself, to nature, and to the unseen forces that sustain life. After breakfast, we begin our next meditation. The Arhuaco believe our main purpose is to care for Mother Earth, seeing humans as the gatekeepers entrusted with the consciousness to protect the land. While working on the land, the Mamo guides us to reflect deeply on his teachings. He receives insights from the spirit world, often with unsettling accuracy, showing us exactly what we need to work on. During this time, we focus on his words and reflect on how this applies to us individually. When night falls, everything shifts. We gather to meet one of the most powerful spirits of the Arhuaco people, named Mamagay, what we call fire. But this is no ordinary fire. To them, it's a portal, a bridge to the spirit world, where ancestors speak and guidance is received. Our Mamo sits behind us, silent but seeing far beyond what we can. One by one, we sit before the flame, eyes locked, unable to look away. And then, something happens. Words begin to pour out, truths buried deep rising to the surface, released into the fire. Each night we hold offerings prepared by the Mamo, and when we return them, we let go of what no longer serves us. Every day here is the same, yet never quite the same. The more open you are to the truth, the deeper it goes, layer by layer, like peeling an onion. Delving into the soul isn't easy, it takes time, and not everything can be revealed at once. That's why we have the Mamo, his guidance, and the sacred land we're fortunate enough to walk, and help us uncover what we're ready to see. Absolutely bliss. I think you can probably tell I'm not even on the planet right now. Like, it's like a time warp, this place. It's a complete time warp. Like, I'm sure when I come out I'll actually have more to say, but right now I'm just taking it all in still. Like, yeah, it really has been eye-opening for me, and I think this is going to change the direction of my life. And instead of going to books and social medias and friends and everything, like, this has taught me that actually looking within is the key. And I think because we're all so consumed in things, you know, outsource everything to the point where actually we forget that it's just normal to sit. Like, when you just get past that first point, you know, maybe the first day it was weird or something like that, and then I just feel back at home in my body, and I feel back in touch. And yeah, it just reminds you, you know, like, just reminds you what actually matters. And I'm so glad that I've had this experience at this point in my life, because it's so easy to drift.
It's just so easy to drift and lose touch with yourself.
After the morning tasks are done, we head out, guided by the Mamo's son. This time, it's to forage, chop and prepare two of the most sacred plants in the world of the Arhuaco people, named cacao and coca. But these are not just plants. Cacao is known as the food of the heart, used in ceremony to open emotion and bring truth to the surface. Every sip is intentional, slow, grounding and deeply connecting.
Bien?
Every step, cutting, grinding and preparing, is done with intention. Because here, it's not about what you consume, it's about how you connect. And in that connection, something ancient begins to speak. Whilst doing this, we remain in a meditative state, fully present, connected to Mother Nature as we reap her gifts. It made us reflect how easily, in everyday life, we take without awareness. Buying from supermarkets, we forget to give thanks to Earth and the very source of all life that sustains us.
Come on, brother. You got it.
The Mamo's son is a true inspiration. To us, this is an experience, but for him, it is daily life. He carries responsibility with quiet strength, guiding the way while handling the same heavy work beside us without hesitation. It's completely shifted my perspective on how children are often seen in the Western world. Boxed in, limited, and protected from responsibility that might actually shape resilience, discipline, and deeper connection to life. Coca, however, carries a different kind of power, one of clarity, focus, and spiritual connection.
Bien?
The leaves are treated with deep respect, used in prayer and meditation to connect with the unseen. What's striking is that outside of these traditions, coca is widely misunderstood, banned or heavily restricted in most countries, despite being used for thousands of years in its natural, sacred
Baby
form.
cocaine. From the ground to the nostrils.
The Arhuaco men chew cocoa leaves throughout the day, using wooden papado vessels that hold lime made from seashells. The combination of cocoa and lime creates a spiritual blend. As they scrape the papado stick, it is their way of communicating with the spirit, connecting with both spirits of the land and ancestors, keeping them spiritually balanced and deeply attuned to the world around them.
Avocado.
Aguacate, avocado.
Avocado.
Sí.
Yeah.
The Arhuaco live off the land, fully self-sustained, growing their own food in harmony with nature, whole, unprocessed, just as Mother Earth intended before it is altered by human interference and corporations. They see food as information for the body. When that food is changed or interfered with, it becomes distorted information, leading in their belief to imbalance in the body and what we recognise today as many modern illnesses. Yeah, so we're past the first week line. It's been absolutely amazing. Not gonna lie, I'm really halting today.
I don't think you realise when you're just like in your normal life, like how much dopamine you do receive in a day, whether that's like, you know, your phone, watching YouTube, like watching films, food, sugar, anything that you want you can just go and get. I do think it's really important to do experiences like this, and it does make you appreciate everything, really. It really does make you appreciate it. So I think it's good and it's refreshing, but obviously it's going to come with its challenges because it feels unnatural to us.
After lunch, we begin preparing once again for the daily night's fire ritual with the spirit Mama Gay. Here we share our reflections from the day's repeated meditations, where the Mamo had given us personal guidance the night before. These instructions are deeply individual, insights he receives through the spirit, revealing what each of us needs to work on within ourselves on a spiritual level. Often uncomfortable realizations, but once faced and understood, they allow us to free the spirit from the shackles that have built up and been suppressed over the years. A week into our stay, after plant medicines, rituals and deep meditations, I became severely unwell. The Mamos don't view illness as purely physical. They believe it's tied to your spiritual state. After the heavy work, it felt like a purge, clearing out years of emotional and spiritual baggage. The Mamo gave me plant medicine, but when I asked what was in it, he simply said, "If I tell you, it won't heal you," and walked away.
Viene mucho sufrimiento, eso puede dar muchas cosas y enfermedades, entonces hay que tener mucho cuidado.
How dare you, how dare you.
I want to. Is it like cheese? It's like one of them things that just
It's going to be healing that.
sends like shivers down your neck. It comes in waves.
Like magic, by evening, I was back to full health, just in time for what was about to unfold. That night, Libby suddenly fell unwell. I rushed to get the Mamo, not knowing what to expect. But what unfolded was something I'd never witnessed in my life.
Like exorcism or something. Alright, just let it leave your body. He's got it all out now. It's done.
What?
It's alright, just relax.
It's getting less.
Hmm?
It's getting a bit less.
Let the energy leave your body.
He arrived and immediately knew this wasn't physical. Without hesitation, he began what felt like a spiritual cleansing, almost like an exorcism of energy. His hands moved across her body with precise intention, pressing on specific points, calling out into the spirit world. He clapped in rhythmic patterns, chanting ancient words that filled the space like something older than time itself. At one point, the Mamo said she was vomiting because her soul was purging everything that no longer served her, like a deep release of what had been held inside for far too long. For nearly an hour, it felt like a battle, something unseen being pulled, resisted and released.
Just drink it.
No, baby, I can't.
Maybe you can't.
Right, after that shaking thing,
Mmm.
bad energy somewhere, trapped energy somewhere trying to be released because I wouldn't have been shaking so much. Because it's like somatics, isn't it? My body was like
Yeah,
twitching.
you were I've never
to
seen
get it
someone
out.
twitch that
I felt
much.
like a crackhead.
I thought you were possessed.
I felt possessed.
While Libby recovered, I went out with the Mamo's nephew into the mountains to herd their cows down. The Arhuaco are vegetarian, so the cows are treated more like pets, raised for companionship and care rather than for food. As we journeyed through the mountains, my thoughts drifted back to the dark history of colonisation in South America. Centuries ago, when the Spanish arrived with their massive ships, horses and weapons that the indigenous people could never have imagined, many tribes along the Colombian coast were massacred. Those who survived fled to the mountains, protecting their sacred cultures and ancient knowledge. This is why so many indigenous communities in Colombia still live deep in the mountains today. One of the cruelest things the Spanish did was force the indigenous people to look into mirrors, something they'd never seen before. For the Arhuaco, this was not just an invasion of their privacy, it was a symbolic theft of their future. They believed that a mirror represents the birth of an ego. a concept that had not existed in their worldview before. This act, they say, marked the beginning of a spiritual and cultural disconnect, leading to the rise of the ego and the disruption of their deep, harmonious connection to nature. It took decades of struggle and resilience for the Arhuaco to begin reversing the damage done, fighting to reclaim their sacred traditions and spiritual connection. After diving so deep into the spiritual work, the Mamo told us it was time for something more intense. In the nightly fire ceremony, he explained the spirits had advised him this ritual was essential and it could not wait.
This is mad. So the spiritual leaders just got me, Libby, and to do a ritual tonight in the mountains. It's like 9 o'clock.
yeah.
9 o'clock to after, but we're heading up to the mountain now, and we have to stay up there all night. So
I'm
God, I'm trying to keep the light
to be
there.
honest.
Yeah. So this is crazy.
It's going to be freezing, so we got our blankets ready. I was there thinking that I'm ready for bed, but not in this world.
Twice in one day.
Twice.
Last time we got up at 3 this
Trekking up
morning.
a mountain in the dead of the
do
night
it.
to stay alone wasn't intense enough. The timing of it made it even more surreal. The full moon hung high, casting its eerie light over the mountain peaks. Shadows danced across the ground, shifting like the creatures that lurked just out of sight, adding an unsettling sense of mystery to the already profound experience. The night felt long as the cold crept in. Our bodies urged us to sleep, but we had a different task. We were given the materials to perform a ritual, writing out the details of our lives, from the earliest memories to the present. Using specific colours, the Mamo told us it would take all night, and that more would arise on this sacred land, especially in the mountains. With certain materials prepared by the Mamo to absorb negative emotions, we were to hand them back to him in the morning, along with swimming in the river and releasing our life's essays downstream. We followed his instructions to let go of everything accumulated over our lifetimes. By morning, we felt reborn.
Woo! Tired little bunnies. We've been, I just want to say we've been so tired. But they've taught us a new way of thinking as well. So they'll go into the mountains and do like 5-day rituals. No sleep, where they just get charged up off the energy of the earth. Hearing that has made us look within, and
We just say that we're tired all the time, and like we're speaking that into existence. That's our mindset. Like, we're tired people. I need more sleep, and actually he says you probably need less sleep.
Yeah.
And you need to ask for that energy from the nature around you. And like, no wonder like we're all exhausted and fatigued in these like city environments, because we're not getting charged back up by that nature. So I think it's been a lot of flipping mindsets, to be honest. Like, the way that I see life and these things is just completely different.
how do you feel?
Yeah, kind of struggling a bit today. Feeling very, very fatigued after 2 all-nighters on a mountain, and then coming back down off it, working, and just having to carry on with your day. You're not supposed to sleep in the day, so we'll sleep tonight. I've gone on a period, which has added to the emotion and the tiredness. But yeah, we'll just keep plodding along.
Our time at this life-changing experience has come to an end, and it's left us reflecting on some crucial lessons we want to carry with us. The Arhuaco children are taught to sit alone in the mountains when they feel negative emotions, allowing those feelings to surface and understand where they come from. This way, they prevent them from becoming stagnant and building up over time. It made me realise just how different our modern approach is. We often seek answers in podcasts, books, and self-help media. Yet this experience has shown me that the answers are already within us. If we take the time to sit with ourselves, to let things arise naturally, we can access and release the very information we need. But in today's world, we're often overwhelmed by external dogmas, leaving us confused and disconnected from ourselves. While other teachings can be helpful, there's no universal solution for everyone. The Arhuaco live in harmony with nature, and through this experience, I've gained a deep compassion for both ourselves and for those living in the modern world. From the moment we wake, we're bombarded by addictive forces, dopamine from coffee, our phones, and countless other distractions. So, next time you see someone struggling, remember how the Arhuaco never judged us for our addictions, our habits, and our imperfections. As humans, we must help one another, showing nothing but compassion and love. As the Mama's grandfather said on his deathbed, despite the pain and trauma their people have endured, it's vital to treat each other as brothers and sisters, reminding the modern world of its forgotten natural roots. If there's one takeaway from this journey, whether it's connecting more with nature, showing compassion to yourself and others, or simply slowing down, it's this. By healing ourselves, we naturally help heal others in this shared experience we call life.